Dysfunctional Vet here. I'm using some pie pans or meatloaf pans. These are 8 by 3.88 and 2 inches in height. I'm getting ready to do some experiments in intensive gardening. I'm going to be filling this with soil from my I'm going to be filling this with mix from my Ladybug potting soil, which is compost that have grown mushrooms, and I'm going to be adding a quantity of sand into it. Let me put the dirt in it, let me add the sand into it, and then I'll explain what I'm doing with this bag of light red kidney beans than in one that's just plain old everyday mushroom dirt. So what we'll do is we'll open this package and we'll put 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 all in there, and we'll see what we can do with it, or if it crowds it out and it kills it. This will be a fun experiment. What I have is the Ladybug, you can call it potting mix, but it's compost, and this is sand, which is the same composition as what's used in concrete. And what I'll do is I'll mix it together. The sand is primarily small particles of rock, and you'd think that rock is contraindicated for soil, but what it does is it produces a barrier to root growth, and it causes the roots to produce. In fact, let's just mix this up like so. What it does is it causes the roots to expand and produce more small root hairs, which are necessary for the absorption of nutrient from the soil. This is an experiment in small farming of intensive gardening. Now, intensive gardening, I should be able to just push my hand down about that deep. I can't see it, about that deep, just a little past my wrist into it. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to produce additional food with this, and here's a hard something or another, maybe a piece of bark, I'm not sure what it is. What we're going to try to do is produce more food in this pan than in one that's just plain old everyday mushroom dirt. So what we'll do is we'll open this package and we'll put 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 all in there, and we'll see what we can do with it, or if it crowds it out and it kills it. This will be a fun experiment. Alright, I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 bean seeds inside this little pot. Each one will be pushed just under the soil, as you see me doing here. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to see what the weight in production is in this small 2-inch container versus one that does not have the sand that causes the roots to grow more root hairs. In theory, this should be way too crowded out, but we're going to try the bonsai method, where we're going to try to produce more root hairs and supply more nutrient. Now, it's going to have something to support it. That's not a problem. As the plants grow, they will be supported. They will be allowed to expand out. But we're going to see if this small little pan can produce more food using this method of growing than anything else. This is Adventures in Greenhouse Farming. On the left, we have the potting soil, sand, and we have Miracle-Gro. In the center, we have potting soil and sand. On the other side, we have strictly potting soil. Now, each of these will be given some level of plant food in the future. Check that out. My little lizards are back. Is that not cool? That is what is so absolutely amazing about living here. It's all these little critters. Always something. Alright, so what we'll do is as this thing begins to produce fruit, we'll measure each day what we're getting off of it. Each one of these will be supported. They'll be in an area where they're allowed to expand to what they need to and reach a height of about 4 feet. I think that's about what they'll do. And we'll see how much beans we're getting off of each one. The ones with the sand and Miracle-Gro, the ones without Miracle-Gro but sand, and then just the potting soil. And again, they will receive levels of fertilizer which would be equivalent to normal gardening. But the one with the sand and the Miracle-Gro will receive that every 14 days, whereas the others will receive it once a month. Dysfunctional Vets signing off.